Welcome to 5 and 5 from the one-stop co-op shop where we discuss 5 key elements of a game in about 5 minutes. I'm Michael Kelly, and today we're finally looking at Wingspan from Stonemaier Games. Quick disclaimer that while we did purchase the core game ourselves, we were given the opportunity to purchase the expansion at a discount, so slight reviewer copy there. I don't think I need to say much about Wingspan. It's a huge phenomenon in the board gaming industry. I do want to note that the review will focus mainly on solo play, since co-op and solo are what we do here, but in my final thoughts I'll talk about the game as a whole. But enough of that, let's get to the list. We're starting out with a pro at number 5, and that's the components in the game and the presentation. This is something I don't usually focus on too often in my reviews, except when it really stands out, and I think this game is beautiful. The art is great, from all of the individual bird cards to the player boards themselves. The bird feeder dice tower is a lot of fun and serves more of a purpose than something like the tree in Everdell. And overall, in a more mechanical sense, I think the iconography is super clean, super straightforward, makes learning and teaching the game really easy. Focusing more on core mechanics, we also have a pro at number 4. Here we're looking at the bonus cards and the end of round contests. Each player, including the Automa, starts with a bonus card that gives them a specific path to potentially work down with their birds to earn bonus victory points. And similarly, in each of the 4 rounds of the game, you have a goal you're competing over, you and the Automa, and even though the points might not always be huge, the swing from getting most of them to getting the fewest number can be pretty big. And I really like the variety this lends the game, even playing it multiple times in a row, because you can't always focus on the exact same combos or the exact same types of birds. The combination of your bonus card and the end of round goals will force you to pursue new things and try out new strategies. But we have our first mix at number 3, focusing fully on the Automa in the solo play. On the positive side, like basically everything from the Automa factory, the Automa moves smoothly, is super easy to run, takes almost no time to learn at all. But on top of that smooth play, the Automa also gives what I think is just the right amount of competition. You have to look at the bird offer to make sure they aren't going to get a really nice scoring one that matches their bonus goal. And they also fight you in a dynamic way for those end of round goals, making you never quite sure how much you need to succeed. But on the negative side, their performance can be quite swingy. This is especially true with the cubes they might put on or take off of the end of round goals, suddenly giving you points you didn't expect. And also with the bonus cards, if you swing things the right way, they can sometimes get only 0 or 1 point from a bird card and drastically fall behind. A quick word on that swinginess though, I found the European expansion improves it greatly because of the 2 new bonus cards they include, and because if the Automa gets lucky and gets a ton of cubes on the end of round goal, there are now birds that can give you advantages with that. Number 2 is also a mix, although it might lean pro based on the depth of play you're looking for, and that's the core action mechanic and the 3 rows you're building your tableau of birds on. On the positive side, I really like the interconnectedness of the rows, how you need food and bird cards and eggs to really play anything good. And I also enjoy the core mechanic that as you play bird cards, the benefits you get from a certain action row will increase. Tableau builders are all about combos, and here you get not only the potential combos of the brown powers that will activate when you call an action row, but also the automatic combos of increased abilities just because you have more birds there. But this is also where the negatives might creep in. If you're looking for a super intense combo-licious tableau builder like Terraforming Mars, because the very fact that the rows are interconnected and you need some of everything sometimes feel like you're diffusing your combos too much and you don't have any rows that just do amazing things consistently. But we're ending with a huge pro, one that I think is core to this game's popularity, and that's how accessible it is and how easy it is to teach and play. To give you an idea of what I mean, I taught this game to my 7-year-old who only plays games with me infrequently in like 7 or 10 minutes, and he loved it and was able to play completely independently very quickly. And with the quick start pack that I think is standard in all new editions, it's even easier to just throw this down on the table for solo or to play competitively with casual gamers, and and have a great time. And solo play can be lightning quick. You can get through a game of this in 20 or 30 minutes and play again. Now that might again be a negative if you want a lot more depth, or if you don't like how the fourth round kind of feels like it's over before it begins, but I still think it's mostly a positive for most gamers. So getting to my final thoughts, it's actually more complicated than you might expect based on all those positives, but my recommendations are only going to be for certain types of gamers. If you're looking at Wingspan only for solo, it might work for you and it might not. It depends again on what depth you're looking for. I personally like something like Terraforming Mars better because I like those greater combos and I like the extra complication, but if you are a lighter gamer, newer to solo gaming, this might be a hit for you. But if you widen the scope to competitive gaming with casual gamers, with your family, I think this is a great one. Probably competing with something like Everdell that I think has about the same weight and is also equally accessible and beautiful. Am I gonna pull Wingspan out with my core board game group every week? Probably not, but I still think it's a great game to have in your collection if you think you'll get full play out of it. Good gaming, and we'll see you at the next stop.